Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
Ally Armorsmith fits the curve, but probably just isn't really good enough to keep. Okay, this is cool. I can go coin one of my 2s and then 2, 3, 4. I have to imagine he's a Reno Mage, which is not good for me since I'm trying to beat aggro. Maybe I need to try to work a Doppelgangster into this deck so I can actually beat non-aggro decks. Not sure what I would cut though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and coin equip the War Axe here, because I really want to go Stolen Goods and then 3-4. There is some possibility that if he's Reno Mage, I might just not even need the War Axe until turn 5 anyway, but definitely doesn't hurt to have it equipped. Well, sometimes you coin the War Axe, and they have the Ooze. Feels bad. I guess I'd rather the Ooze hit my War Axe than my Brass Knuckles, though. Maybe I should have coined the Stolen Goods instead of the War Axe, just so if he had an Ooze, he'd have to play it off curve.
What to do?
It would deny, like, an Arcane Intellect this turn if he was holding that. And I guess if I was committed to playing the Stolen Goods on turn 2 anyway, it didn't even really make sense to go for the War Axe first since I wasn't using it. So I guess that was just a bad play. So play my 6-7 here. Okay, no Fireball. Pretty happy about that. And 2 pings might have been the best result. Because if it was only 1 ping, the Ooze would have cleaned it up pretty nicely. And if it was 0 pings, he would have just hero powered it, and then Ooze would have cleaned it up. I think that was actually the best result. I can play Grimy Gadgeteer here. It dies to hero power plus Flamewaker, but Flamewaker is pretty annoying. I don't know, I'd probably just go Bloodhoof Brave here. It kind of punishes him for trying to go for an Arcane Intellect or something. Shield Block Shield Slam is actually not unreasonable on this, but I'd rather land that on, say, an Azure Drake or something. I can actually clear him here with Ravaging Ghoul Execute. I think I like that line. And it leaves me with 2 relatively healthy guys on board. Unfortunately, it does mean no minions in my hand for Grimy Gadgeteer. Not a bad response from the opponent. I don't think I can play the Gadgeteer with no minions, so I'm gonna shield block. And I guess I'll equip the War Axe. Shouldn't be too much danger in doing it now since I saw his Ooze. This deck just doesn't have the value to keep up with control decks. You're so all in on buffing your stuff so you don't die to aggro. And I'm not even sure if there's a way to make it decent against control. I guess against control you try to stick a giant Sogoth and let it carry. Because even control decks don't have good answers to gigantic minions that can't be targeted by spells. I think I will use the Ravaging Ghoul here just to get rid of this thing. Blood Mage Thalnos. The spell damage is pretty scary in Mage. And I'm just going to use weapon hits to kill this thing. Or maybe even the health on my Public Defender will finish it off.
The end is coming!
I can Shield Slam the Doomsayer if I want. I actually think I like Shield Slamming the Doomsayer. Because I win this matchup through tempo. I'm never going to outvalue him. So letting him kill my 2/9 minion, especially the 2/9, but also the 3/3 for free basically, is probably not a good idea because the 2/9 is just so much health for him to deal with.
What to do? What to do?
Who knows what
It's also nice to have a board established when I want to play my Sogoth. That Blizzard is a little bit unfortunate. It means I can't kill Bran. So I guess I'm just playing Sogoth here. I want to attack first because I would like to get the buff on Sogoth. I hit the Fierce Monkey, which is also fine, but having it on Sogoth would have been a little bit better.
I bring life
Alexstrasza. So I think I would like to get the buff on the Grimy Gadgeteer here, so I'm going to make this attack first. Okay, then I play the Gadgeteer, make this trade, and kill myself if this is Vaporize. Not Vaporize. Suicide avoided. Feels good, man. I think I am going to hold on to the Fierce Monkey though, because I do want to get some value out of this Gadgeteer. Flame Strike is a bit of a bummer. If he didn't have AoE, the Alexstrasza couldn't cleanly kill the Sogoth. And now the Fierce Monkey just trades really poorly with Alex. Oh, that's a bummer. I could have gone for a 50-50 there, try to just play the Alley Armorsmith. But if it landed on the Fierce Monkey, then the Alley Armorsmith was unplayable this turn, because Alex would have killed it for free. Wonder if I'm supposed to hold on to the Armorsmith here. The only buffs I have left in my deck are Honcho and Brass Knuckles. And Stolen Goods, which doesn't work on the Armorsmith anyway. I probably am going to need a good Honcho play to win this game though. And I am relatively low on minions. Seems like the Armorsmith doesn't really do all that much here. So I think I'll just not play it. Making this attack might be a mistake if he's holding like Frostbolts or something. But I think I need to try to get some value out of it, attacking it here, and then still forcing his Alexstrasza to go into it. Even if I had ignored this, he could have just made the attack anyway. The only difference is basically he gets in two-face damage like this. Public Defender. I'm not technically dead here, but there's no actual way for me to stabilize.
Thank you.
Garrosh versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Bring it on!
I play 13 games, 2 of them are against aggro. So I cut my Armorsmiths for Doppelgangsters and queue into aggro. Seems pretty expected.
Happy Feast of Wintervale! Happy Feast of Wintervale!
At least, despite the Doppelgangster, I still have a pretty good anti-aggro hand.
Who goes there?
Let's go ahead and punch that guy to death next turn.
Fly, Polly!
A pretty strong opener. But War Axe into Ravaging Ghoul is also pretty good. Wow, turn 2 hero power from that deck. Feels bad for him. Feels good for me. I guess that's my compensation for this Doppelgangster not being an Armorsmith.
Blood and plunder.
That thing gets wrecked by War Axe. Guess I just play out a Fierce Monkey.
What now? For the War Chief!
Alright, I think I will just play the Alley Armorsmith here. I was kind of debating to myself whether or not I should try to hold it and land Stolen Goods on it, but with this line of play, since I drew the Bloodhoof Brave, my next turn can just be Stolen Goods Bloodhoof Brave for a big taunt. I think that's good enough. Damn, another Stolen Goods. I don't think I can hold back on the Bloodhoof Brave here, though. I think a 5/9 is quite acceptable. And I think I'm actually even going to use the Ravaging Ghoul to trade into that. Because he had 7 power on board. If I made that trade, he could finish it off with this 5. So I like leaving him in a position where he can't even deal with the Alley Armorsmith.
Would the blade be thirsty?
Okay, looks like he can kill the Bloodhoof Brave. Or the Alley Armorsmith, you know, whatever. I think I just play one of the Doppelgangsters here. I could try to, like, get Brass Knuckles value, but I think it's just important to have stuff on the board. And even if I want to try to be greedy, I have the second Doppelgangster in my hand anyway.
The blade be thirsty.
I think I just go for Honcho here. He's probably just going to concede this turn, but if he doesn't, I can play some big-ass Doppelgangsters next turn. I actually have lethal next turn with Brass Knuckles, even through his armor up. Hopefully he has like Brawl or something here so the game is extended. Nope, looks like he's just dead. Well, if the opponent misses their 2-drop, I guess this deck still beats it even without the Armorsmiths.
Garrosh versus Malfurion. I must protect the wild.
Victory or death!
I played against this guy earlier, but I don't remember what he was playing. I don't remember him playing Druid. Fiery War Axe is good against most things, but not so much against Druid. Oh, he's playing Beast Druid. Okay, this guy was definitely not playing Beast Druid when I played against him last. Does Beast Druid count as aggro, or is it mid-range? Probably more like mid-range. Pretty sick opener. I think I'm gonna have to weapon into this twice because I don't have any other way to deal with it. So I'm just gonna throw down this thing so I don't take too much damage. I have 2 of them in my hand anyway, so I guess I can throw one away. Oh, maybe this isn't even... Well, he's playing the Mark, so it has to at least have a beast theme. But yeah, it's probably closer to Token Druid. This is not good. I think the Knuckles are better than the Bloodhoof Brave there. Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say get some value out of the weapon while I can, but I have enough minions in my hand that if I just start throwing them down, it's kind of okay. Hopefully this Alley Armorsmith can get me back into it. I think Bloodhoof Brave might have been better last turn. Although I would have got really punished by Argus, but I'm not sure I can even make the read that that deck has Argus. Mark of the Wild. Wow. Okay.
The light protects me.
That Shield Slam is not one of the better draws in my deck. Well, I guess I shield slam this thing, punch this thing, hope the alley armorsmith gets buffed. Public defender was definitely the worst one. But go ahead and play the alley armorsmith. He doesn't have an obvious way on board to deal with it, and it gets me armor for my second shield slam. Plus it's just the most mana efficient thing that I could play there. Hopefully he doesn't have like Savage Roar. I'd get pretty wrecked by Savage Roar here. Pantry Spider, what the fuck is this deck? This guy's deck might be jankier than my deck. And that's saying quite a bit, because my deck is pretty shit. Okay, let's go ahead and shield slam this thing. And then I guess we just play Bloodhoof Brave. Probably just go ahead and punch the shield off this guy. Hopefully I get the buff on the Bloodhoof Brave. Nice. That's really important because now he deals with these guys, although I guess I could have always cleaned up with Ravaging Ghoul. Second Savage Roar had to be the best draw in his deck. It's probably not good enough though, honestly. Oh my god, I won.